Hi, I'm Rennie Curran, former professional athlete, keynote speaker, author, and the CEO of Game Changer Coaching. Have you ever wondered what it takes to create a powerful keynote presentation? Or have you been asked by your organization, your team, or conference to deliver that opening keynote that's supposed to get everybody fired up and ready to go, but you don't know exactly where to start? Well, I've got good news for you. I'm gonna give you the tools and strategies to develop and deliver a powerful keynote presentation that inspires, educates, and empowers others. Let's get started. So when it comes to structuring a compelling and powerful keynote presentation, the first thing that you have to execute on is your opening. That is going to be the moment where you have the best opportunity to draw your audience in and get them to believe and trust in the rest of the message that you're going to be delivering. So you obviously want to start with a strong hook. That can be a powerful story, that can be a powerful statistic, or it can be just something that engages with them, getting them to move, getting them to act, getting them to reflect on something that relates to the topic. So from there, once you have that clear opening, that's how you're going to get them hooked for the rest of the message that you're going to be able to build on. The next most important thing when it comes to delivering a powerful and compelling message is you got to think about having a logical flow. So that means a sequence of making sure that everything is in alignment. Everything makes sense in terms of the flow so that that audience member that is listening, that they don't have to do a ton of mental work just to follow along with what you're saying and the points that you're trying to make. So you want to make sure that before you deliver that message, that you spend time organizing the content in a way that makes sense, in a way that's easy to follow. So your stories are in a way that is very easy to follow along with. The points that you give, the statistics that you tell aren't all over the place, because the more work that the audience member has to do, the more the chances are that you're going to lose them in terms of that focus, especially as your presentation goes on. So make sure that you not only put together that strong hook, but after that, you have points that flow and that everything strings together so that when you get to the end, everything comes to a very pleasing conclusion. So when it comes to delivering a powerful, compelling presentation, the next thing you want to focus on is having engaging stories. So the stories are the things that are going to put your mind at ease. It's going to bring those points to life. It's going to make sure that they retain that information and that they're able to apply it. And so one of the greatest ways that you can do that when it comes to engaging stories is making sure that that story that you're telling, it's number one, it's powerful. It's not just a random story, but it's something that really grips them emotionally, or it maybe grips them intellectually. But ultimately, it gets to that key point of whatever it is that you're trying to make, and that it flows once again. So that story that you tell, it flows along in a way that they can follow along, but it gets straight to the point and delivers that key point in a way that they can retain that information. The fourth tip I have for you when it comes to delivering a compelling and powerful keynote presentation is you got to have some clear takeaways. The number one reason why people will want to hear you speak is not just to be inspired. It's not just to hear a positive message. They want to have something that they can take away from that message that they can apply to their daily lives, whether it's personally or professionally. So you want to make sure that you are very clear and intentional on what those key takeaways are, and that you make sure that they're able to actually apply these things in a way that's practical. So that means that you make sure that your message isn't so high level and it's so complex that they're left with thinking to themselves, man, I don't even know how I can use this information. So it's so easy to understand. There's an activity that may follow, there's a point or statistic, whatever it is that you use, just make sure that they can actually take action, because that's the most important thing is, can they take action? Can they actually use this? If they can't use it, then it really does them no good. It's just something that sounds good. That's about it. Number 5, and the last tip when it comes to delivering a compelling and powerful keynote presentation, is ending with a strong conclusion. So that means you can end with a powerful message. It can be a powerful quote from one of your favorite leaders, or it can be a story that ends it, or it can be a call to action that really reinforces all the main points. Altogether, you want to make sure that you bring everything together in a way that once again flows in a powerful way, once again leaves them with high emotion, high inspiration, but also in a way that they're able to take action. So this is the area of your message where you bring everything together. If you think about all your points being like different ingredients. This is where you bring it all together and wrap it up nicely, and you deliver it with passion and inspiration, because you do not want to end on a low note with low energy, because once again, you're going to lose them, right? So this is where you're going to capture them. This is going to be the last thing that they feel before they leave, the last bit of information that they're going to hear before they end. So you want to say things like, if you don't remember anything else, remember, and then have a short saying or something that encapsulates the message that once again brings everything together and sends that audience on their way with inspiration, empowerment, and allows them to take action in their daily personal and professional lives. I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts on what it takes to deliver a powerful and compelling message. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss a video. Follow me at Rennie Curran for more tips and tricks.